Hi all, welcome. In this video, we will do a hands-on exercise which explains the stateful property of security group. If your security group allows a traffic in one direction, then it automatically allows the return traffic for that particular connection even if explicit rules are not added in the security group. That is what is known as security groups statefulness. Basically, security groups keep track of the state of the network connections. If the onward direction traffic is allowed by security group rules, then the return traffic is automatically allowed even if there are no explicit rules in the security group. So to test this, I have set this up within the default VPC. I have two security groups. One security group is called security group 1 and security group 2 is the second one, and within that we have EC2 one EC2 and the second EC2. And what I will try to do is I'll try to ping from the first EC2 to the second EC2, and you can see in the security group I have added the following rules. For incoming SSH I have opened, so that is for me to connect with that EC2, so you can ignore that. But for ping to work, ICMP is the protocol used by ping. So what I have done is in both the security groups ICMP outgoing and incoming is already open. So when I do ping, there should not be any issues. Then later what I will do is I will try to remove each of these and then see how it works or it doesn't work. So that will show us what is meant by statefulness. So now let me go back to my console and then let me show you the EC2s and the security group. So I have two EC2s. You can see EC2 and if you go to the security tab, you can see that it is using S group 1 security group. And if you go to EC2 2 and again go to security, and you can see here that I'm using SGRP2 security group 2. Now if you go to security group 1, this is security group 1. So inbound rules you can see SSH and ICMP are open. Outbound rules only ICMP is open. You can see that here. So that's about security group 1. Now if you go to security group 2, here also same thing, inbound SSH and ICMP and outbound ICMP. So everything is perfect. Ping should work. So let me try to ping. So I have opened a terminal. Now I need to SSH into the first machine. Let me go to EC2, select EC2 1, go to connect and copy the connection string, paste it. So I'm already in the first EC2 1. Now I need to ping to the second EC2 using the private IP address. What is the private IP address? Let me go and find out. Go to instances, choose EC2 2, and then here I have the private IP address. I copied that and paste it here, enter. So you can see that ping is working. So let me go back to the connection details once again. So for ping to work, the traffic should be allowed in both directions, because once the ping message goes out from the first EC2, the response has to come back from the second EC2. So the connectivity has to be allowed in both directions. In any case, here you can see that ICMP outgoing and incoming is allowed in both security groups. So there was no issue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this ICMP outgoing so that from the EC2, it should not allow ICMP outgoing connections. So, and then we will check whether ping will work or not. So basically I'm going to remove it. So let me go to security group 2. This security group 2. What I need to do is the outgoing ICMP. Okay, this one. This is outgoing ICMP. I'm going to remove it. Edit outbound rules. I'm going to delete it. Edit outbound rules. Delete. Save rules. So now you can see that there is no outbound rule, only inbound rules are there. Now let me do the ping again, and what do you think, whether it will work or not? It will work because I am initiating the connection from the first EC2 and that message will reach the second EC2 because the incoming ICMP is allowed. And because the connection is already established in one direction, it will automatically allow the connection in the opposite direction. So you can see that ping is working. So now let me stop it. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this as well, the ICMP incoming. So let me show you. Yeah, I'm going to remove this as well and then see if ping still is working or not. What do you think? Ping should work because traffic in one direction is already allowed by the rules. And once the traffic is established, then the opposite direction traffic is also allowed, irrespective of whether the rule exists or not. Okay, let me just go and find out. So this time I have to go to security group 1. This is security group 2. I have to go to security group 1 and I am going to remove the incoming ICMP rule. So this is the incoming ICMP rule. I am going to delete it. Okay, you can see that there is no ICMP incoming rule, which means the connectivity is like this now. Now let us see if ping works. Again, repeat the same thing. You can see that ping is still working because it is possible to establish connection in one direction, and then automatically the opposite traffic is also allowed for this connection. Let me stop it. The next what we are going to test is I will re-establish both this incoming ICMP and outgoing ICMP in both security groups, and then what I will do, I will remove this ICMP incoming in the second EC2. Then will ping work? No, it will not work because it will not be able to establish the connectivity in the onward direction itself. So let us see that. Security group 1, first of all, I have to include inbound rule. I'm adding it back. ICMP 0.0 save rules. So that's in security group 1. In security group 2, I have to add outbound rule ICMP, add rule ICMP 0.0 save rules. Now what I have to do is in security group 2, the incoming ICMP, I am going to remove it. This I am going to remove. Yes. Now if ping will work or not. Ping should not work now. You can see that ping is not working because the onward connectivity it is not able to establish. So how much ever time you wait, it will not work. So I'm doing Ctrl+C. Now let me go back to that setup again. Now from EC2, if I am initiating ping, it is not working. But from EC2 2, if I initiate the ping connection, it will work. So let us see that and then stop this video. First of all, let me exit from this and find out the connection string for EC2 2. Okay, I am in second EC2. Now I am going to ping EC2 1. Let me find out the IP address. Go to EC2 1. And this is the private IP address. Go back. So this should work because even though connection from the first EC2 to the second EC2, though that connection is not allowed, the opposite direction is allowed by the rules. So this ping should work. So you can see that this ping from second EC2 to first EC2 is actually working. And this is the situation now. From the first EC2, it is not working because it is not able to establish the connection because of absence of incoming ICMP rule. But from EC2 2 to EC2 1, it is allowed because this connection it is able to establish. And since this connection is able to be established, the opposite direction traffic is also allowed. That is why the ping is working. I hope you understood what is meant by the security group is stateful. Please try this out at your end as well and let me know in comments your observations. I'll come back with more similar videos. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.